What does it take to finally get rid of parasites? Usually, the environment is allowing something to thrive. So, whether this is a worm, a fluke, a fungi, a bacteria, it means that the internal environment is housing it. And so, our aim is to actually start to alter that. And we do that with combinations of herbs. So, in Para-Shoot, we have a variety of different herbs that actually have different actions. So, an action is an outcome in the body. So, for example, black walnut is particularly antiparasitic. But not just that, it has a key ingredient in there called juglone, which is also very bitter. And bitter stimulates all the gastric secretions. And when we have those natural secretions, it helps to kill anything off. So it increases the hydrochloric acid and it stimulates the flow literally from the mouth through to the anus. And herbs have different qualities. So garlic, for example, is classed as a pungent herb. It's warming, it's heating, it causes stimulation, causes movement. And then there's other herbs that have different actions, such as increasing that bile flow. The biliary flow is so important for helping to alter the environment so that pathogens can't thrive. When wastes are sitting around, they start to ferment. So if you're not frequently moving the bowels, then it creates an internal heat. It's something that the parasites absolutely love. And so we use the action of purgative. A purgative herb gently stimulates that peristaltic action. Senna is a purgative, cascara is to some extent, but it's non-reliant like senna. But there are other herbs that help to somehow negate that process. For example, fennel, peppermint, crank bark, even ginger. They are antispasmodic. They're rich in volatile oil. And those volatile oils help to dispel gas, and they're also naturally antipathogenic, be it to fungi, parasites, bacteria, viruses. So we call this formula Para-Shoot, but it's working on so many levels. On the stomach secretions, the other digestive secretions, the bile secretions, and stimulating that flow throughout the entire gastrointestinal tract to help to move the bowels and also to alter that internal environment so that these pathogens can't thrive. Para-Shoots are as capsules, but we also have antiparasitic formula, and this is as a tincture. So liquid herbs, it's easier to control the dosage, and it can also help orally. The bacteria and pathogens that live in the mouth can also directly influence the gut. Some people take both together. Some people prefer to swill their mouth with the antiparasitic tincture, spit it out, and maybe control the dose in a drop form. With these capsules, though, antiparasitic herbs never taste nice. So taking capsules is obviously A, a lot easier, B, a bit tastier. But the dosage is fairly flexible. Our suggestion is 3 capsules twice a day, about 12 hours apart on an empty stomach. But you may wish to start with just 1 capsule a day. You can also increase the dose. So maybe you do 1 capsule 3 times a day. That's absolutely fine as well. And 3 capsules twice a day is typical for most adults. But you may find that you actually need more. So some people need 6 capsules twice a day. Now, the other thing with clearing parasites is the timing. And I don't just mean when you take the capsules. Here I'm talking about the moon cycles. And one thing that I've personally found most effective is to do this type of cleansing around both the new moon and the full moon. So typically starting 2 days before the new or full moon, also the day of and 2 days afterwards. And using that cycle is incredibly helpful. Alternatively, just do 1 full pot and repeat the entire process 90 days later. So there's some flexibility there. If you're unsure of how you're feeling or what kind of symptoms you're experiencing, then please do get in contact with us.